How to prevent ESD damage to electronic components. Imagine holding a balloon and rubbing it on your hair, then touching a metal doorknob and feeling a tiny shock. That's static electricity in action. Now picture tiny static shocks hitting delicate electronic parts. That's what electrostatic discharge is. It can cause immediate damage or create tiny cracks inside components that lead to failure later. Many product failures and mechanical breakdowns happen because of this invisible threat. So how do we stop it from ruining our electronics? Let's find out. First, creating an environment that controls static buildup is key. Setting up an electrostatic discharge protected area involves using special mats and flooring that safely dissipate static charges to ground. These mats are usually made of conductive materials and are connected to a grounding point. Workbenches should also be equipped with ESD-safe mats, which help prevent static from accumulating on your tools and parts. This setup keeps static away from sensitive electronics. Next, grounding personnel is essential. Anyone handling electronic parts should wear grounded wrist straps or heel straps. These straps connect your body to ground, releasing static safely. Make sure the straps are snug and tested regularly to ensure they work properly. Tools used in electronics assembly should also be grounded to prevent static buildup during handling. This simple step can prevent static charges from transferring to the components. Controlling environmental factors is another important step. Dry air increases static buildup, so maintaining humidity levels around 50 to 60% helps. Using humidifiers in workspaces can keep the air moist enough to reduce static electricity. Avoid synthetic fabrics and plastics that generate static easily. Instead, wear natural fibers like cotton and use anti-static clothing or smocks when working with sensitive parts. Proper packaging is often overlooked but very effective. Store electronic components in anti-static bags or containers. These are usually made of polyethylene or other static dissipative materials. When transporting parts, always use these special packages to prevent static charges from building up. This is especially important for long shipments or storage periods. Managing static generators is also vital. Items like certain plastics, synthetic fabrics, or moving parts that create friction can generate static. Keep these away from sensitive electronics. For example, avoid rubbing plastic or synthetic cloth on parts during handling. Instead, use static-free tools and materials designed for electronics work. Choosing components that are resistant to static can help, but it's not enough alone. Many electronic parts are vulnerable to even small static discharges. Always combine resistant parts with proper handling and environmental controls. Using ESD suppressors and protective filters on equipment can also help absorb static shocks before they reach the components. Training everyone involved is the last piece of the puzzle. Educate employees on how static electricity works and how to handle components properly. Show them how to wear wrist straps, how to store parts, and why it's important to avoid friction and static buildup. Regular training sessions and clear procedures make sure everyone stays aware and follows best practices. In real-world cases, many product failures are caused by tiny static discharges that damage components without immediate signs. These failures often show up later as early failures or intermittent problems. That's why preventing ESD is so important. It saves money, reduces recalls, and keeps products working longer. Combining environmental controls, proper grounding, safe packaging, and staff training creates a solid defense against electrostatic damage. This way, we can keep our electronics safe and reliable from the moment they are made to years down the line.